think, to understand the machinations of how Populous works, how being in with the group works, to understand the rules of each game, knowing your zone and still being able to be yourself, or still being yourself if you're playing a role to get what you want. It's like the Dylan thing. He was like, what is it? Like, no, don't go. I don't know what all this be yourself's about, man. It's like, you are what you create, man. We're all our creations. That's a form of being yourself by going, I'm a new creation every day.
Yeah, which you are.
Right. If you want to be, you know? Whatever part that is you're playing. But it's the best ones you don't see them playing a part. Like going back to acting.
Yeah.
In real life or in acting.
Yeah.
You don't see or athletics. You don't see the work. You don't see oh, there's a tell. Oh, I saw him do a thing. He played an attitude. He didn't play himself. You don't see those things. It's seamless.
Well, to me, it's like, do you want to be the actor that gets the parts that Matthew McConaughey turns down? Or do you want to get the parts that they're offering to you because they want you? But most of us go, I don't know, I'd rather just kind of get somebody else's leftovers.
Right. And sometimes those leftovers are damn worth getting. But I hear you. When you're living and you feel like you're one of one.
Yeah, you want to be the first person they ask.
Yeah. But I've been in positions where I was the third pick.
Yeah.
And I saw it was like, I'm going to show them why it should have been the first pick.
Yes.
For the next,
sure.
I'm going to invest. I'm going to make sure I don't just dial this in, which I could connect all the dots and do it really well.
Yeah.
I'm going to do something that makes them go, who's that guy?
Yes.
I want him for first pick next time. So it can be a ramp to a higher ceiling.
Totally.
But I think what you're saying is, it's a lot easier to just sit there and go, yeah, let me get the leftovers and do what I can with it, and mimic what the status quo would be for that. I mean, you can pull it off. I just think you're gonna get there going, what if?
Yeah,
I didn't find out.
Yeah,
I didn't take the chance to absolutely get booed by the masses on a complete failure, or I didn't get the chance to absolutely find out and show up on the other side and they go, you did it?
Yeah.
How'd you do that? What is that? What is that thing you're doing? Never seen it before.
When life gets busy, pause, take a deep breath, download Mindset, and listen to your favorite inspirational speeches to unlock your full potential.
Roy Spence, who's a friend of mine. You know Roy?
No.
GSD&M, great advertising mind, marketing mind. They had the 7-Up account.
Okay.
And I think the story goes they were fighting against Coca-Cola and Pepsi. They couldn't get past, and I think maybe even RC. They couldn't get past the 4-hole.
Yeah.
And he said, wait a minute, we're fighting to be in the cola category.
Yeah.
Let's create a new category and be the uncola.
Right.
Which became the ad campaign, and then they were number one in a new category.
Right.
A new ladder that they created. Know that me personally, my greatest successes, not mean like most, but just the most qualitative successes I've had in mine, are when I'm not asking permission. Not in any anti way.
Yeah.
Just, no, I'm not apologizing. There's nothing to apologize for. I'm not apologizing and I'm not asking permission.
Yeah.
But to get, and not to go like, I don't think I need it. No, that's one step away. No, I'm not asking permission.
Yeah.
Not, I don't think I should ask permission. No, you're not there yet. If you're going, I don't think I should ask. That's already too sort of gilding the lid to get to something. No, I'm not asking permission. And almost like not even being able to say it out loud, but just knowing it. No, there's no permission going to be asked from me on this. You're thrown into isolation and self-reliance. And it goes a little bit deeper because you don't have the attaboys or way to goes or the soft landings, and you're like, dude, it's me on me right now. Here we go. And that's just a hell of a charge. I mean, a good charge.
Yeah, sure.
Of stimulation and you can get in that subjective place.
Yeah.
Where you're not even, I think I'm always aware. When I said earlier, like, know your zone, I'm aware. Like I said, I pop into that objective spot and go, I think I kind of know. Look, I started off writing green the first 2 weeks. I was trying to write impressively.
Yeah.
I remember going back, going, woo, just turn a phrase. Woo.
Yeah.
Let's do more.
Yeah.
2 weeks, I went on, and then I got to the 2-week period. It gained a little confidence that I had some goods to share, worth sharing, and then looked at my stuff, and I was like, that's bull.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
You're waxing the car, man.
Yeah.
You know, the engine. Let's talk about the engine and the oil, and you're waxing the car.
Right.
And I was like, that's good wax, but bullshit.
Yeah.
Compared to what the honest truth is. So then got the confidence to go, dude, don't write impressively. If you write it well and honestly, it may be impressive.
Yes.
But don't write impressively. And that first 2 weeks, I was trying to write impressively. Now, you got a few things that sometimes you got to watch that too with our cliff notes. You know, when you have something, we may process it many times and it becomes obvious to us.
Yeah.
And then you project it or you play it out there for the first time or share it and they're going, wow. And you're like, come on, wow, that's an obvious one. And you're like, no, that's the one.
Yeah.
Don't cut that, don't edit that one out. That's brand new. It's like the joke, script writers do this in Hollywood. Early script. Is a great joke everyone loves.
Yeah.
Give them but they still have to go back and rewrite the script. Give them a couple passes. They'll remove that joke. And you're like, dude, you're tired of it.
Yeah.
Because you wrote it
Yes.
a year ago and you've rewritten it twice. Remember, we're giving it to an audience for the first time.
Right.
They're getting it. We love that one from the beginning. Don't make a straight line crooked, man. That was a winner.
Yeah.
Keep that winner there. Don't get a new bright idea.
Yeah.
That is great. Even though you got bored with it because you've written it. You've done the rewrite 10 times. That's you. You didn't see the work, as they say with athletes.
Yeah.
You don't see the work. You didn't see the prep. You didn't see, oh, I got a planned move. Oh, I got a little thing I'm going to do.
Yeah.
No, you don't see any of that. Green lights was a philosophy that was a prism that once it clicked with me for the months, or year, whatever it took me to write it, I was seeing everything through that lens.
Yeah.
Measuring I just had that was a green light moment.
Yeah.
Everywhere. My dance with life, that was the music. It was through that lens. My new book, I've got what I think is a really solid lens and philosophy to look through, but I'm not, without trying, looking at life through that lens.
Yeah.
So when you start looking through the lens, I could not write that.
Yeah.
It had me.
Sure.
There's nothing else I could do. I had to.
Yeah.
And it was not hard because it was all encompassing 24/7 and I was seeing it everywhere. So I haven't got there in my next book where the philosophy that I'm purporting is how I'm seeing life and it's writing itself. Yeah, I'm probably more relaxed because when I go act or something, it's a vacation for me. Singular focus.
Sure.
I have a reverence for my craft enough where if that's all I focus on for 3 months, I feel like that's a worthy day every day. I get to see my kids at the end of the day. My wife goes, go out the door, do not look over your shoulder, go conquer, kick ass. Right. I got this stuff handled. So I'm really relaxed. I've got one thing. And all my other work, all the other peripherals I have, my team knows the month and a half leading up before I go to work, let's get those off the table. Let's anticipate. So I'm getting 3 emails a day. Yeah. I know if I'm going to give a speech or something, there's some speeches everywhere I'm like, dude, don't change a word of that. Yeah. Don't go off script. Yeah. Yeah, but you're going to be reading instead of going engaging. Yeah. And I have times where I'm like, I don't care. And then when it's printed, I want it to be exactly what is said here. So maybe I won't be the best performing orator, but what will live on after will be exactly what I meant to say. Let me just ask you this, Mr. Risk Taker. What's the bigger risk? Carrying on like you're going, and it's going well, or taking the deeper dive? I grew up only knowing sort of the courage of the persistence. Be resilient, endure, get up, dust yourself off, go. The problem with that, the Achilles heel with that is if you get up and you have the courage to keep on going every time and get up and dust yourself off, you make the same mistakes each time around because you never backed up to have what I've now learned and still learning is the courage to go, no, I'm gonna let some people pass me in the race right now because I'm gonna look at why I keep stepping in that damn same pothole and twisting my ankle, the same spot, why I keep failing when I try to get that next spot in this relationship or failing in this place to get this product of my craft to the next. There's a time for everything and for every
Everything you reap, there will you sow. There's a time to kill. There's a time to live. There's a time to plant. There's a time to gather. And you need both. You know, I sit here with a life where I have the luxury to ask myself and ask others, no, make a sacrifice today. Sacrifice something today for more freedom tomorrow. Sacrifice something today for a possible healthier future for your kids. I understand that's a luxurious position. I'm not going to apologize that I'm in it, but I understand to someone in misery, they're going, it's a privilege, man. I'm trying to put food on the table right now. I'm paying my rent tonight. You want to talk to me about investing in my future? I'm trying to feed family tonight. I'm not thinking past that. I can't think past that. Well, if you don't have the hope or believe in something, you're definitely going to remain where you are. And if you have hope and faith in something, I'm not saying it's 100% get out of jail. You're going to absolutely get out, but you got the best chance to. And what if there is nothing there, man? What if there's nothing to hope for? What if there's no next? I don't know. But either way, not having any hope or faith in anything is a certain way to remain where you are. But if you can find something that no matter how small, to look forward to and continually have faith in and chase, well, then your life here is going to be better now.
If you're going to do it, do it. Say what you can do. Do what you say. If you can't do it, don't say you can do it. Don't over-leverage yourself. Don't over-leverage a decision and then jump in and kind of dip a toe. I think I'll try it out. No, think if you're going to try it out beforehand, but when it's time to go, dive. Finish it. Find out. Come out the other side. Don't leave it and go, ooh, if I just would have. That keeps me up at night. I think it keeps a lot of us up at night. When you half-ass something and you just don't know whether you failed or succeeded, got what you want or didn't get what you want. Finding out and looking in the mirror and going, I didn't half-ass it. I went all the way. I found out, and that ain't for me. Or I found out, and you damn right that is for me. That's a great place to get to. I think part of the challenges in life is a lot of us are running around half-assing ourselves, half-fooling ourselves, not full of ourselves, not studying ourselves enough, not holding ourselves to task enough, not patting our own self on the back when we do get what we want enough, not cracking our own whip on our backside when we do get out of line even though we knew better. I wish we were more full of ourselves that way. Someone said this to me before. Matthew, you're so full of yourself. And without thinking, I was like, well, who else am I supposed to be full of?
That's a good line.
And I stopped after. I was like, that's exactly what I meant. And I went and wrote that down. I wish more people were more full of themselves. I think we should take some time to be able to look in the mirror and own that thing that we pulled off and go, good job. That's what you wanted. That's what you got. At the same time, be able to, as we do more often, look in the mirror when we fail and go, bogey, you did not pull that off. Give others and yourself more credit. Happiness, you can't guarantee it, but there is a science to satisfaction. There, you can look at habits that engineered less pain in your life, maybe more pleasure, but at least less pain. And that's a win. Engage in the world. Go find out some new things, learn some new things. Whether that's the physical frontier or the mental frontier. Take more risk there. Start with, what do you have an innate ability to? What's in your DNA? You know, I wanted to play basketball for years. I wanted to dunk. And it ain't my DNA, bro. I'm never gonna dunk. No matter how hard I worked at it, I was never gonna dunk. It's what I wanted to do. So look at, what do you have an innate ability for? And then what then are you willing to pursue an education for, work for, hustle for? That for which you have an innate ability for. And if we're gonna talk about making a living, is that which you have an innate ability for and now have educated yourself, your talent, to have a talent for, is that, and how can that be, something that the world demands? Because it's supply and demand. Boy, if you can end up doing something you got an innate ability for, plus you become really good at it and you learn the craft and the world demands it and you can supply it, there you go. But some of us have innate ability, but we're not willing to, we don't work for it. We don't improve our skills. We kind of rely on what we got and it kind of become middle of the field and sometimes I don't have the ability for it, but I'm gonna learn a new craft and I'm gonna hustle at it.
And then actually, when we get good at something, we kind of can start to go, oh, I didn't know I loved it. I didn't like this anymore, but I like it now. It starts to feel good to do over and over. I was lost, man. I'm lost. I'm writing 16-page letters to myself, and I'm returning them with a 17-page letter.
About what?
Huge existential questions mixed in with, oh, everything is going great, trying to talk myself into keeping my head up, you know what I mean? And I said, okay, if I can't do what I want to do, I'm gonna quit doing what I've been doing. Cut the shit, McConaughey. Quit giving yourself that out, that parachute, even though you may have it. I needed to strong arm myself, put my damn hands on the wheel, look in the mirror and go, it's on you. Because it is time to become a man. Walk forward, peripheral vision. Get it. Own yourself, walk forward with more courage, and start becoming the man you want to be instead of acting like it and putting it off. Work ethic, hustle, hustle, hustle. I can't, I hate, and lying were 3 things that you got in trouble for. So what did I learn from don't say can't? That if you're unable to do something, you can, even if you can't pull it off, you can go find help, which means you were just having trouble. What did I learn from getting a butt whooping for saying I hate you to my brother? Well, what I was learning is the antonyms to those words. Because saying I can't, lying, and saying I hate you were bringing me pain. So the opposite must bring pleasure, right? Tell the truth, love, and believe that you can. Those were the values, how I remember them getting instilled in me. And to this day, I still have them. Trying to transfer them to my kids as well in a different way than my parents did. Anything exterior should not give you your identity. Why are you gonna watch someone doing something when you can go out in the world and do it yourself? Belief is a verb.
Do you remember these?
Yes.
You wrote this roughly around the same time in 92. Roughly actually when I was born, funnily enough. I saw the date on the top and thought, oh, it's a few days off after my birthday. And again, you put fatherhood number 1, but there's a series of other things on this list of your 10 goals in life. As you reflect on those goals, do you wish you hadn't written any of them? And is there anything else you wish you had written?
No, that I wouldn't change a thing about it.
10 goals in life: become a father, find and keep a woman for me, keep my relationship with God, chase my best self, be an egotistical utilitarian, take more risks, stay close to mum and family, win an Oscar for Best Actor, look back and enjoy the view. Just keep living.
I don't know what I'd add to that.
One of the things that you've talked a few times about is this idea of like you needing resistance.
Yeah.
You've said it 2 or 3 times. Yeah. And we're going back to what it is to be a man and what it is to be a well-orientated, stable man. Needing resistance. Is that a goal to aim for? Is that...
I think it's just a necessity for having more than just an individual life, the top of the high rise. You gotta have some resistance to have some form. You gotta push off of something to go somewhere. It's very hard when you're just floating in no gravity and no resistance to actually pursue a North Star. You have no leverage. Mm-hmm. You're floating. Where's the art? Probably more anarchy than art. So resistance gives form. Heard great artists say this: limitations reveal style. Resistance. It's like in green lights. If life's just nothing but green lights, if you got no yellows and reds, no reasons to pause or crises that stop you, resistance? What are you just gonna go in circles till you run out of gas and get dizzy? I don't see that. How do we evolve or devolve without resistance? Now, picking the right resistance is an art in itself. It's challenging. I've been clumsy with it in my life. Especially when I got famous and got success. Man, enough people telling me I love you and the caviar and the champagne, I was like, what the shit, why me? I don't deserve any of this. What did I do? I things up on purpose just to say like,
I trip myself running downhill so I could bloody my own nose and go, now I can feel. Okay, now my heels are on the ground. It was clumsy. So I don't think we need the kind of resistance that we create that can harm us or get in our way for getting in our way's sake, because I've come to learn, and I think we all are, no, when things are going really well, resistance is gonna come. If you have any ambition, resistance is gonna come.
We often see resistance as a form of failure and something that we should endeavor to avoid. You think about the avoidance of like people building families, or even many people consider that we're living in a bit of a comfort crisis. This is slightly a different sort of analogy, but most of the diseases that we have today, whether they're diseases of, I don't know, the mind, like, people feeling lonely and isolated, or physical diseases, 80% of Americans getting back pain, but no one in the Hadza tribe in Africa getting back pain. They're all a consequence of us continually choosing comfort, which is a short-term friend but long-term enemy. And the resistance, I think, is something increasingly we can choose, opt out of.
It's a choice too. I mean, can I hit a little point that's on this subject? It's called Tips Included. And I wrote this based on participation trophies, entitlement, how too much of something can be just as harmful as not enough, how we all need good fortune, good fate, and charity sometimes, but we shouldn't rely on that. Okay? Called Tips Included. All right. When extra credit's included, credit doesn't get its due. When more gives us less, the exchange rate's gone askew. When amnesty is offered going into the crime, we're more bound to commit it because there's no fine. We start playing to tie instead of going for the win, when participation's the trophy for every cow in the pen. If I stay on the porch because you picked up the slack, when you look over your shoulder, I can't have your back. If there is no curfew, we're gonna stay out all night. No tab at our bar, we're gonna get drunk and start a fight. All these long lenses got us losing our sight. You keep lifting it from me, I'm gonna lose all my might. When a 4-star duty suits a 6-star rate, we take our hands off the wheel and rely on fate. Eating all we can at the all-we-can-eat buffet gives us a 3.8 education and a 4.2 GPA. We steal from ourselves and get away with the scam. What's the measure of merit with less give a damn? These unlimited options sure have me confused, while all the conveniences are keeping me properly lubed. In this red light district with the horror of inflation, the ROI's math don't pay for vacation. So let's just admit it, this extra credit's quite a fluffer, because when the tip's included, the service will suffer. The conveniences, the long lenses, everything's like, and we've out-convenienced ourselves. What's AI gonna do to us? Talk about convenience. How much, and I wanna keep hearing studies, I wonder if you have an opinion on this. How much of you coming up with an idea and then writing and rewriting it, thinking about it, no, that's not our export. Oh, no, this is what I really mean and how to get it done. How much of that is really valuable to get it beyond just an intellectual idea, more valuable than just going, there it is. Because what comes out of AI, incredibly impressive. My hunch is that, we can use it for like signpost to help us. That's good. That'll help. Thank you for helping me organize. But there's a value to us going through the sweat equity of learning something.
The studies have just come out using different things like ChatGPT have actually proven what you've just said to be true. That when people use AI to produce a piece of work, not only can't they recall what they've made, but they also start speaking in language more like the AI, so they start to lose their own voice. People like Richard Feynman, the physicist, has said the best way to learn something is to learn it and then to go through the pain of writing it, condensing it down to a simple truth like you do so often in your new book, Poems and Prayers, and then sharing it with the world and then getting the feedback. And if the world understood it like you meant it, like that poem you just shared, you understand it. That's evidence that you get it.
Right.
So I think AI is going to be great for me saying something to you, but not learning something myself. And I think if you want to defend creativity and innovation and the ability to think, you actually have a huge opportunity, which is to go left when everyone's going right.
Right.
And it goes to what you were saying there. You were talking about be careful when you mess with incentives. Like, be careful when you choose the easier road. Be careful of the unintended consequences. And AI is a prime example of an unintended consequence of you taking the easier road today.
Look, I still got to learn how to take a vacation because, there's sometimes when the wind's at our back and we've earned it. Mm-hmm. There's sometimes when it's easy street and it's like, yeah, don't interrupt this, man. This is a sweet ass song. Trust that the hill's coming. Again, don't be so impressed with this, and what I have to do is so fall into when things are going really well, I go, there it is. That's the mean. No, it's not. Not with any ambition, it's not. Or not with life happening, it's not. Rather you shoot for an A and make a C is better than shooting for a C and making an F. So go for perfection. Reality always comes in under it. But in that moment, when you see the inevitable reality, the outcome, the result, how quickly can we go, okay, but I got so much more out of it. The job, the person, myself, because I went for perfection. Than if I'd have just gone for, just pass class. But what can be hard for me sometimes is it can take me too long to come down from when, it didn't hit perfection. Mm-hmm. And maybe it takes me a week to go, dude, now do you finally realize that, of course you weren't going to get perfection, but you got so much more out of it because you went for perfection.
Yeah.
So be pleased with reality because you got a good grade on it, man. That was good. That piece of art wouldn't have been that true if you wouldn't have been. I always say this all the time, and I never mean this in a disrespectful way. I've never done a movie or a performance that lived up to what I thought it could be. Because I'm thinking it can be divine. It comes out, maybe majorly inspiring, may speak to masses, may even have some magic to it, but I don't think it's divine.
And I think that everything that's ever been built that's great or creatively brilliant has come from someone who has a big expectation gap. And of course, the very definition of that, you're never going to close it. And actually, probably the reason you then are motivated to move to the next thing and pursue divine again is because it wasn't divine last time. Maybe there's still something left on the table, and that's means you never arrive.
Right. But if you can find something that can keep you going, something, no matter how small, to look forward to and continually have faith in and chase, well, then your life here will be better than it is now, heaven or not.